everyone, my name is Leslie, and today we're going to be going over figures of speech, the first one being alliteration. So let's get started. So, like I said, alliteration. This is one of the many figures of speech. I know that there are a ton, but in general, I will be going over the 7 or 8 most important ones, which you'll see used a lot, especially in high school. So let's get started with alliteration. Why use alliteration? So I know that might be a question that a lot of you are asking is, okay, I know our teachers always talk about figures of speech this, figures of speech that. Why are they even used? So for alliteration in particular, it draws attention to a particular line in a text. So what alliteration is it is the use of the same beginning consonant sound in a line or verse. So for example, a lot of tongue twisters that you might have heard a long time ago use alliteration. So for example, here, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. You see how we have the P sound? So it's Peter Piper picked peck pickled peppers. So that alliteration, that's why when we go back and talk about it, drawing attention to that particular line of a text, it's because when you're reading something and you see something like Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, your eyes instantly are drawn to that. And when you're reading it, it's also a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun to read that than read a long story about how Peter went out into the woods and picked some green peppers and did this and did that. It's simple and catches your attention. It was used a lot more in Old English, but it was lost a lot with translation. So as some of you may know, sometimes when you translate things, think about it, when you translate things in Google, you lose a lot of that personal touch to it. So that's kind of what happened. But a lot of poets are definitely bringing it back and making this something that more people know about. So this is why, especially, it's taught in schools. So again, alliteration uses the same beginning consonant sound in a line or verse. So it can be P's, it can be A's. A really good way to spot it is the way that this example is set up to where it's a P, 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 P. So a lot of P's and they all have the same sound. If it was a PH and it made the F sound, that wouldn't count as an alliteration. So even if you see a bunch of P's, don't instantly be tricked into thinking, oh, there's a P when it actually doesn't make the same sound. The most important thing is going to be the same beginning consonant sound. So some other examples that I have for you guys this is the start of another tongue twister. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. So that is actually an alliteration. So she sells seashells. She shells sells sea. Alliteration. And here we go. The next one. Walter wondered where Winnie was. This is really good. This is a pretty big sentence. And as you can see, the sentence has a lot of that W sound, the W sound. Walter wondered where Winnie was. The next one. This one also, you might be, since we had all these examples where the word started with the same letter, you might be like, does that count as an alliteration because it has through the? Absolutely. It's just in the sentence, if it has multiple words that have that same consonant sound, just like here, Peter picked a and of. They don't start with a P, but they're part of the sentence. So it can be either or. So blue baby bonnets bobbed through the bayou. Blue baby bonnets bobbed through the bayou. And the last one, Nick needed new notebooks. So that's an alliteration. So just keep in mind, I think a really good way to remember it kind of are tongue twisters, because sometimes if you try to say a lot of them fast, it's a little difficult. So like she sells seashells, like try it. It's a little hard. If you go down, Nick needed new notebooks, Nick needed new notebooks, Nick needed new notebooks. It's that same kind of thing. So if you think about it, tongue twisters are kind of a good way to remember it. But again, like I said, It can be where the whole sentence has that same letter and the same sound, so SSS, but it can also be like this one where you have two words that obviously don't fit the criteria, but are in there to bring all the words together. So just keep that in mind. I hope that that at least gave you some insight and helped you out a little bit in understanding why alliterations are important and how they work. So yeah, have a great day and hopefully that helps someone out today. Thank you.